Hey, what's up, guys? John Sin here, and today I have a video mailbag for you on the fundamentals of pickup. I got emailed a question. I wrote a blog post not too long ago where I talked about, for the guys who haven't yet started to apply this stuff, that the first steps were to just get out of the house, say hi to women, just find some ways to small chunk things and make it really easy for you to start right away, as opposed to trying to figure out how to unlock the secret to threesomes or same night lays or anything like that. So with that all said, I got a lot of emails actually from guys wanting to know. I mentioned the fundamental skills of pickup, what I think the fundamental things are that guys need to work on. And so I wanted to take a few minutes in this video mailbag and just give you what I think the basics are, which these are really the stuff that should be common sense, but in my experience now, having taught hundreds of boot camps and thousands of guys all over the world, a lot of the time guys don't take care of this stuff before they start trying to apply tactics and techniques. So this isn't going to be much about tactics and techniques as much as it's going to be about the stuff that's within everyone's control and the things that actually on average make you more attractive and give you a better chance. Me and my roommate described this as becoming a 7. Basically, any guy can become above averagely attractive by taking care of some fundamental areas that most people overlook, and guys especially, because we're not taught to take care of ourselves as well as girls get, and we also don't have a lot of resources, and you might get called gay or whatnot. So without further ado, let me walk you guys through what the fundamentals are before you even try to learn about teasing or openers or anything like this. Get all this stuff done, and when you do start applying pickup theory, you'll see a huge difference in how girls react to you and how many approaches are attracted to you, even when you don't have the best quote-unquote game. So let's get into it. Number 1, basic grooming. This includes body hair, smells, being really overweight, being really skinny and underweight and looking like you're 12 years old. All of these things, having acne, all of these things are things that, will they necessarily mean you'll never be able to get a girl if you work on everything else in your game? No, but they're definitely not going to help you in any way, shape, or form, and they're within your control. A lot of the stuff when it comes to pickup is going to be outside of your control. This is one thing that's definitely inside your control. If you're obviously, you need to lose some weight, lose the weight. You'll see a huge difference in how girls react to you. If you know you need to gain weight, gain weight. If you know you need to whatever, the better shape you're in, the better you take care of yourself, your eyebrows, haircut, that's a big one. Get a modern haircut. Most guys, there's that old Jerry Seinfeld joke about how you can tell when a guy's year was the best year of his life because he keeps the haircut. Don't have a haircut that's out of style right now. Make sure that you change it up from time to time. If you need to, get a gay hairstylist. If you don't have an idea of what you want to do at all, get a gay guy to cut your hair and just ask him for something that he thinks would look good on you. Look at celebrities you like. Look at guys who are getting girls, but take care of all that stuff. Second thing we have, fashion. Now, you don't need to become a fashion expert or anything, but you do need to have a basic stereotype so that if girls look at you, they can tell, oh, you're a Wall Street guy or a business guy, or you're more of a relaxed college student, or you're more of this, that, or the other. Having clothes that fit you, that again are in style, that are current, that are not from 10 years ago, that you didn't buy when you were 50 pounds heavier or lighter. Having clothes that fit you well, that are in style, that are clean, that are modern, that allow you to do a variety of different kinds of looks is another thing that's going to help you a lot. You don't want to just have all suits or all t-shirts and jeans. You want to have a variety of everything through the spectrum. Don't go buy a $6,000 wardrobe. Instead, look at some GQs and some Esquires, maybe talk to a personal shopper at a Macy's or a Nordstrom's, but pick things up slowly and put together a style that you really like. Number 3, posture and your walk. Most guys really, I'm going to have to sit up as I'm teaching posture. Most guys really slouch, or they have really like cramped up, not wanting to take up too much space body language. They don't look relaxed. They always look uncomfortable. They have a walk that's stiff and unpolished. You want to fix that stuff next. You want to always take up the proper amount of space. Make sure that you're not taking up too much space, you're not taking up not enough space, and also that you don't move too fast. You want to look at your walk in the mirror. Look at some celebrities and how they walk and move. That'll help you put stuff together. Next one is your voice tone, and we're going to run out of time pretty soon on this YouTube clip. So voice tone, ideally you want to have a lower, more resonant voice. If you have a really high-pitched voice, there are voice tone products out there for you. I'm not going to recommend any. You can also get a vocal coach or take acting lessons at a community college, improv, anything like that. The whole thing with voice tone is that you have to work on it. It's a big, big, big part of the game, but you have to actually work on it, and it's not fun. It means you have to either get in a mirror or record yourself making videos like this or listening to audio on a recorder, but that stuff makes a huge difference. Your voice tone, having a voice tone that's soothing, having a voice tone that, now my voice, you can see my voice tone changes. I'm teaching voice tone. But having a voice tone that's smooth and has different inflection for when you're happy, sad, upset, being funny, silly, whatever. That stuff makes a big difference. Another one is facial expressions. Facial expressions make a big difference in your overall ability to express yourself and communicate. You need to be able to have facial expressions that match what you're saying. When guys are teasing and their face looks like this and they go, "Oh, you and I are not going to get along," there's no surprise that doesn't work, even though technically they're taking the right idea and applying it at the right time. So be aware of your facial expressions. And then lastly, the last thing is basic conversational skills. Not asking too many questions, not bragging, qualifying yourself, not telling boring stories that no one gives a fuck about. A lot of people do that out there. Not talking too much about yourself, not putting the conversational burden on the other people, learning to become a better storyteller, learning to use statements and questions, learning to be funny, learning to be interesting, learning to use delivery like pauses, open loops, hooks, tension loops to keep things interesting. All of that stuff is a fundamental, like the basics of being an interesting conversationalist. Like I can talk to most people, and regardless of whether or not I know much about them or really care much about them, I can have a conversation that's at least intellectually stimulating and they'll want to have more of. And that's a skill in of itself. Doesn't mean they're going to want to have sex with me, but it's the core basis. These fundamentals, when you then add the tactics and techniques as the kind of spice on top of these fundamentals, that's where you get really good results. The guys who just try to use all techniques, they never really get the results because this stuff is a little more important. So I hope that helps all the people who asked me for what the fundamentals of pickup were. If you have any comments on this, be sure to leave them on my blog, which is www.sinsofattraction.blogspot.com. If you have any questions you want answered in a future video mailbag, email me, sin, S-I-N-N, @sinsofattraction.com. Have a great weekend, guys. Talk to you later.